once you're gone, you're gone. And it's wrong to take someone's life. It's sad. It really is. And you will be punished for taking someone's life. And you have to realize those things.
It is something extremely important, and it's really cool to see AEW doing that for Fight for the Fallen. All proceeds from that event on Saturday, July 13th, will be going to the victims of gun violence. It'll be at Daly's Place Amphitheater in Jacksonville. And Dustin, I want to thank you for taking the time. I have a few more questions for you, but I really do appreciate this time that you're taking. With the formation of AEW, what do you think was the game changer to do this? And I'm going to throw a few things at you, and then you tell me what you think. The All-In event, getting Tony Khan on board and the Khan family, getting TV with TNT. What do you look at?
I look at all the above. You've got a group of guys, and I'm not talking about Tony Khan yet, but you have a group of guys, the Young Bucks, Cody, Kenny Omega, who had this vision, you know. People say they couldn't do it, and they went out there and they brought all in to the fans, and they already had their fan base, and their fan base showed up. Their fan base showed up in support for them and what they were trying to do. And then one thing leads to another. Tony Khan comes on board, you know, and that only gets bigger because Tony Khan is a huge wrestling fan, and knows his numbers, knows his dates. Man, he threw a date on me the other day. I couldn't remember anything about that match, and he knew it all. He's one of those that knows his stuff. And with him at the helm, and the hungry four guys ready to take on the world, and then going to Double or Nothing, and then going to Fight for the Fighter Fest, Fight for the Fallen, and then All Out. Every one of those is going to be an extreme success. And getting TV lined up, which is very, very important. It is important. You have to have TV. And I just hope that everybody keeps the attitude that they have right now. Because once TV starts, it's going to change a little bit. Not their attitudes, but just the way they run things. And they have to make it very special each and every week. They have to get into that mindset to make this successful. You got to keep chugging them out. Keep chugging them out, those ideas. Keep them fresh. Keep them happy. You know, and it's going to be a success. And in my opinion, I see them being very, very successful. It will take time to build. I've had some great success with the All Out, All Ins, and the Double or Nothings. Being on TV every week, garnering an audience on television will take some time to build. But it's good for the business. It's good for competition. It's good for other companies. And it's good for us. It's good for us as talent. We can work towards something. We can, you know, if we need to, what am I trying to say? You know, it's not necessarily going to be a war. I don't look at it as that. I just look at it as competition and to stay at your very, very best. Work your ass off to stay top form, to stay your best, man, and to go out there 110% every single night, no matter what you're doing, and put in the work and change the world.
Do you see AEW as a family business?
I kind of do, yeah. I kind of do see it as a family business.
And then also, do you remember your first match ever? Championship Wrestling from Florida?
It was. It was in August 1988 in Palatka, Florida, in front of 12 people against Bad Bob Cook.
Yes, Bob Cook. Yeah, I know Bob.
And when I had learned, man, I hadn't learned how to hit the ropes, so the first time I hit the ropes, I was so nervous. I hit the ropes with my arm down and not over my neck, and I'll never do that again. But I did okay.
Did you ever hear from Bob later on, or even today? Bob's very active on the Facebook and does a lot of things. He's still trying to get out there, wrestle a little bit too every once in a while. He was down here for a show, actually. He was in a battle royal. They were the Malenko Cup. They were honoring the great Malenko, and they actually went from Tampa to Coral Springs down here in South Florida for CCW. And Bob was involved in the battle royal. Very cool moment. But I read that too about Bob Cook, so I did want to bring that up. So I didn't know if you had any interaction with Bob.
Yeah, Bob was, to me, was probably him and Bob Eaton are the best punchers in the business. Bob Cook had a punch, man, that was, I mean, money. And I'm sure he still does. You know, I know Bob was a hell of a worker. And he led me to more than one match. We had several matches, and I always listened to him because he knew his shit. And he's a hell of a worker and one of the best punchers in the business.
Okay, Dustin, last question for you. I'm going to go off the board on this one. If you had a choice, Matilda or Pharaoh?
How about Brute?
Oh. Well said.
I mean, I'm partial to my English Mastiff, you know, but if I was going to go Matilda or Pharaoh, I would definitely go Pharaoh.
Good call. The Natural Dustin Rhodes, there's a reason that you're termed the Natural, and it's your natural talent, your natural abilities, what you've been able to do and continue to do. AEW Fight for the Fallen, July 13th, Saturday, at Daly's Place Amphitheater in Jacksonville. Brothers versus brothers. Dustin and Cody versus the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson. What an event, and all the proceeds will go to victims of gun violence. What a great cause. Dustin, thank you so much for taking some time.
Hey, man, it was my honor. Thank you so very much.